You're listening to a Drop Bangers production.
Popsicle, 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 like a popsicle. This ain't no lipstick, it's a popsicle. Watch you jump up and down like an obstacle. Popsicle, popsicle. I got many different styles like a popsicle. I spit it on an ice cold like a popsicle. Popsicle, popsicle. Haters got me all in mouths like a popsicle. All spitting out their lips like a popsicle. Popsicle, 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 popsicle. Hurry on up, let me get my jeans off. All my hands on deck, she'll kiss in her neck. She want a diamond up, with more bang for her buck. She likes when I slap her, she's rolling uncut. When she hits me up, I know what she wants her. She loves this gangsta, don't want no sucker. She loves when I rock her back and forth, from the west to the east and from the south to the north. Cause I move with soul, I'm the man with hope. And you know how it go, down below. She a California girl, like Katy Perry. And when I'm saucy gas in it, it's hard to compare me. Popsicle, 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 popsicle. I'ma take off rapping like a popsicle. This ain't no lipstick, it's a popsicle. Watch you jump up and down on it like an obstacle. Popsicle, popsicle. I got many different styles like a popsicle. I spit it on a ice cold like a popsicle. Haters got me on their mouths like a popsicle. All in and out their lips like a popsicle. Popsicle, 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 popsicle. I'm melting, 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 I'm melting. Popsicle, 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 popsicle. I'ma take off rapping like a popsicle. This ain't a lipstick, it's a popsicle. Watch you jump up and down on it like an obstacle. Popsicle, popsicle. I got many different styles like a popsicle. I spit it on them ice cold like a popsicle. Popsicle, popsicle. Haters got me on their mouths like a popsicle. All in and out their lips like a popsicle. Popsicle. But I love my haters. Hey, she sees swag by like diamonds on the chain. She's like, here's some cash, can I give you brain? She keeps saying it's her favorite thing. Nipple all hard like it's a game. Her tongue getting intense, man, it's insane. Ultra dope, super sick. She's saucy, bossy, super thick. She's digging my action, loving my captain. I'm not no limit, I'm gaming and acting. I'm 916, Maccniph, we keep it slapping. Spit this Maccniph out the back of the rim. Blue diamond fangs on while she giving me dinner. She fully experienced, banging and twerking. She tosses it out and cuts, she loves when I work. Woo! I'm melting, I'm melting, I'm melting, I'm melting, I'm melting, I'm melting. I'm melting, I'm melting. Popsicle, 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 popsicle. I'ma take off rapping like a popsicle. This ain't no lipstick, it's a popsicle. Watch you jump up and down on it like an obstacle. Popsicle, popsicle. I got many different styles like a popsicle. I spit it on them ice cold like a popsicle. Popsicle, popsicle.
What it do?
What's cracking, man?
What's snapping in?
Yeah.
This is your host, Fo Loco, and we're here at Immaculate Music LLC.
Yeah.
You're tuned into the Hot Topic.
You know what I'm saying?
We have a special interview today with none other than Gorilla, NorCal's best kept secret, Gangsta,
Salute.
better known as Maccniph.
Yeah, that's what's up.
Well,
How you been, fam?
pretty good. How you doing?
Doing right, enjoying this weather. What's up? You know, almost springtime. Looking forward to it.
It goes, so we asked our subscribers what they wanted to know about you, and the number one question is, what led you to get into hip-hop?
Oh, man. there's a lot of factors in my life that led me to hip hop. I think the most major factor that got me into hip hop was the culture of it. I lived in a small town, so all that was on the radio was like country music, old rock music, and I'd never heard of rap or anything like that or anything, you know. And so, because it just wasn't, it was a small town, you know. And then I went and spent the summer with my family in the city in San Francisco and stuff, and I heard hip hop for my first time, and I remember it was crazy because back in the old days, when it first started out, and whatnot, man, the stereo systems were huge, you know what I mean? They had tape players and they had all these lights, and when the beat hits, it make the lights and everything, and had all these knobs, and I was just like, I'd never even seen a stereo like that in my life because I was from the country, you know. So I seen that, and I was like, damn. And then the beat was like boom, boom, you know, and I was just like, holy cow. I was like, this, what kind of music is this, you know what I mean? I never heard that shit. All I heard is country and old rock music, you know. So when I heard that, I was just like, wow. I was like, man, that's cool. And then they was breakdancing to it and all that, and so it just made an impression on me, and I wanted to be part of that, you know.
That's awesome. Okay, what would you call your style of rap?
Oh shit, man. I call it saucy flow, you know, because I have like a little attitude, a little edge to it, you know. So it's saucy, and I put like little spices in it to not just to have bland rap, you know. My words I use is all my own slang. It's from my culture, my area, my NorCal, where I'm from, and it reflects that in my language. So when I speak, it's like spicy a little bit, you know. It's kind of saucy, and it makes it delicious, you know what I'm saying? So that's how I do my music. So I call it saucy flow, and also the way I say it is like, it's not just rapping. It's like flow. So it's real smooth. You know what I mean? It's saucy. So yeah, saucy flow. That's my shit.
That's dope. Okay. When did you first pick up the pen and paper?
Oh man, yeah. I remember it was like 1992, and Crisscross came out with Jump, and I was like, oh, I'll never be able to rap because, you know, you gotta be an older person to rap and whatnot. No kids can rap or nothing, you know what I mean? So I didn't thought I had a chance. But then all of a sudden Crisscross came out with Jump, and I was like, oh my god, little kids is rapping, and everyone's digging it, you know what I mean? Everyone was really feeling it. They was moving the crowd. So I thought, man, shit, I want to come up with some lyrics from where I'm from and about how I'm from, because they was from over like Atlanta or something like that, and I'm from the West Coast, you know what I mean? So I thought, man, I gotta put it out there, you know. And so that's when I started kind of rapping, messing around, really like taking it serious, you know. And then Sir Mix-a-Lot came out with Baby's Got Back, and that's when I was like, oh shit. I started like copying his rap. People would be like, hey, can you bust? And I'd be at the party and I'll bust out Baby's Got Back, and they'd be like, damn, you sound just like him. And so then I was like, man, I'm gonna start writing my own lyrics, and so that's when probably about summertime 1992 I started writing my own lyrics.
Tremendous.
Yeah, it was dope.
Okay, let's get into this question, and a lot of MCs and rap artists are into this. So, how you feel about cannabis?
Oh shit, yeah, cannabis has been a big part of my life. Me being Native American, it's kind of like in our culture. It's one of the many medicines that we have that we hold sacred, and that we use for sacred purposes. It's not just something recreational that in our culture, you know. And so when I was growing up in Northern California, I don't know if y'all heard about the Emerald Triangle, but there's like Humboldt, and people grow out there. It's like the redwoods, and it's really spiritual and magical out there. And when you're out there, it's just a whole different world, you know. And then I think I was like 13 or 14, and one of my homies was like, hey man, you want to get high? And so I was like, what? And so we was at this playground, and I just thought, I was always been the type of person to feel like, you know, you can't knock it till you try it. you can't knock it till you rock it. So then I just thought, you know, I take a little hit, you know what I mean? I'm not gonna die, you know. So I was just like, well, I'll try it, you know. So I took a hit, and then shit, man, it opened up my mind about things. Like everything was cool all of a sudden. I didn't realize, but my eyes dropped low. I was like, oh, you know. And I went home, and my mom was like, what's wrong with you, stupid thing? Why do you look like that? And I was like, what you mean? And she was like, you're smoking that stupid stuff. She got hella mad at me. And I started cracking up. And then I opened up the fridge, I got munchies, and I was like, oh shit. Why did I open up the fridge for? What am I doing in here? I stood there for like 5 minutes, and then I started cracking up, fell on the floor, because I forgot what I was even doing. But after that, I was like, wow, this shit was different. And so then I kind of took appreciation to it, because when I was writing my lyrics, and then if I got high and I wrote my lyrics, I could really expand my thought of what I was trying to talk about. And so that's when I started incorporating cannabis in my life, you know, and making it a part of who I was. And all my life has been illegal, you know, because of the propaganda and whatnot. But living in Northern California, it was all around. And so I just really took advantage of that. And I always been a supporter of it. And I even started cultivating it myself and growing it and sharing it. And it's like so deep. There's like so much about it that I would like to talk about, but I'll probably talk about it another time. But yeah, so basically I've always been an advocate for it, and I'm glad that people are realizing that it can be used for medicine and not just to get high and have fun, you know, but to also help people with their stomach problems and cancer and things. So I think that's really powerful, and I think we need to get that message out to people so that it could take away the shadiness of it and people quit hating on it, you know, because they just are misinformed about it. That's all it is, really, you know. So yeah, I'm glad that God created it, you know what I mean? It's just a plant.
Go cannabis.
You know what I'm saying? No cat, West Coast and Nostra, what up?
Okay, we heard you're releasing an EP for your new album, Hip Hop Hippie. Yeah. Can you talk about that?
Yeah. Got this dope ass new EP coming out. It's called Zippers, and it's featuring my new hit single Zippers on it. It's also gonna have another hit single that I did a while back. It's called All Day. You can check it out. It's on Roku, on the Stoner TV. Go ahead and search that up. All Day. It's on my music videos on there. Did that with M80 and Redding. It was dope. Really good artist from LA. Also, I got I'm Just Saying on there. That's basically a song that came out when I was in Sacramento, and I took a trip with the Immaculate Muzic to Las Vegas. It was live, you know what I'm saying? It was so lit. We had a good time, and so then I just thought, man, I gotta talk about this, you know. A lot of people weren't saying I'm just saying, and so I came out with it because it's like one of my hashtags. It's like, I'm just saying, you know. And then a lot of people start saying, I'm just saying, but then I don't know, now it's kind of played out. But at the time when it came out, it was really big, you know. So I was just talking about my life because people didn't really know about what I was doing. I disappeared. I moved around a lot all my life, and I still been moving around right now. But so a lot of people didn't know about my life. What happened to Tio? What happened to Maccniph? What happened to Maccniph? You know, what happened to Mac Mob? What happened to Gangsta? Where's this cat at? You know, what happened to him? He was here kicking in, now he's gone. What happened to him? You know, some people might even thought I died or something. You know, but so I thought, I'm gonna come out this song. I'm just saying, let them know what's cracking, what I'm doing. You know, and so yeah, I came out with I'm Just Saying, and then I got also a Popsicle, another hot single off my first freshman album release. Get Further. A lot of people picked that up. I was really happy with that. The recordings weren't so great, but you know, I mean, I was doing it all on my own and shit, and I didn't really have a lot of money to go hit the studio at the time, so I just was on the street, just recording, doing my own shit, you know. And so I came out with Popsicle, and Popsicle is dope. I came out with that song because I wanted people to know that, like, to get the first feel and understand about the saucy flow that I deliver, you know. And I thought, man, Popsicle, that's what's up, you know. You'll hear it, so make sure you pick up the EP. And also I'm gonna have That's Wet on there. It's featured on C-Ron Pays. Hella dope, you know. Pick that up. That shit is hitter. Man, it's tremendous. I'm really loving it. I love the project, and it's featuring from my new album. It's coming out, Hip Hop Hippie. It should be out pretty soon. So yeah, stay tuned.
Yeah. So we only got a couple more questions. Who were your favorite MCs when you were growing up?
Oh man. I really got a lot of appreciation for all the MCs out there, everyone out there doing it. I know what it takes to do it, to be an MC, and to rock like the way we do, So I really appreciate, have respect for all the MCs out there and the artists. But my favorite MCs when I was coming up was Ice-T, man. His delivery, the grittiness, the truth about the streets and stuff coming from where he's from, West Coast, going all across the nation, that really touched me, in my heart. I thought, man, this artist is dope, And the movie Colors came out, and his song Colors, and about, squashing the violence between gangs and becoming unity and whatnot. That really touched me in my heart. I thought, hey, man, that's what I want to do with my music, I want to unite people and quit all the hatred between everyone over pettiness, you know what I'm saying? So I really enjoyed Ice-T and his message at the time when I was coming up. And Ice Cube has been like a big influence on me. Basically, like the message that he was putting out there, that he's been putting out there ever since way back, because not all of us come from the same background. We had different backgrounds. I grew up a lot of different areas, different gangs, different things, and so Ice Cube, man, he every year, every album, all of his music, it was just really phenomenal, and in that aspect. So yeah, I liked Ice Cube, and then shoot, there's one more that I really enjoyed. I like George Clinton and Bootsy Collins. When I got a hold of their music, I really liked their stuff, They didn't really do too much MCing, but I like the feel of it. But I'd say E40, Mac Dre, Sibo, yeah, them ones. Andre Nicotina, really appreciate them MCs. I just thought, man, they all have their own dynamic that really made me feel like I felt that music, Fo Loco, I don't know, even T-Nutty, man. I just really like what they bring to the table, the artists. And so those are my MCs, I think, when I was coming up that I really looked to. Hollow Tip, really appreciate his music. And so yeah, those are the MCs, man, in case you want to know.
Good shit. Thanks for the props.
For real though.
Okay, last question. What was the first feeling that rap gave to you?
Oh man, it was a lot, because growing up like I did, I'm native, so at the time when I was in kindergarten and stuff, I used to get teased and heckled and whatnot by little suckers, talking shit, trying to clown on me and stuff for being native, trying to say my skin is dirt and I'm dirty, basically all the hatred, that I heard. And so coming up like me, I was like, man, am I really dirty, am I really just like some dog or something, that I'm not even human, and so it really affected me, so I thought, man, no one want to listen to me, and I felt like I didn't have a voice or something, and when hip hop came out, I was like, I knew I was different than other kids, I had something different inside me, a hunger, a real hunger to speak to people, from my heart, things that I witnessed in my life that other people never witnessed, you know what I'm saying? They don't got the same background as I do, or my father, he was a Vietnam veteran, and so he had a lot of stuff going through his mind from that affected him way before they ever acknowledged post-traumatic stress syndrome or any of that type of stuff, and so a lot of that played an effect on me, and I felt his pains and hurts too, and so yeah, when I finally heard hip-hop, and I seen that you can express yourself with art. I seen you can express yourself with dance. You can express yourself with what you got to say, music, and it didn't cost no money to just do it. You could just do it, be yourself, have your style, and do your thing, and express yourself. And so I thought, man, I really connected with that. So I thought, man, hip hop is my thing. And so when I actually finally got to rap, and people got to hear me, and they listened to me, and they understood and they connected with it, I thought, man, that's what's up. You know, I felt power, like, for once in my life, that I could change the world, you know what I mean, with just words, you know. And I read the Bible. I got into the Bible a little bit because you know, God has played a tremendous role in my life. He's moved mountains for me, opened doors for me. Here I am right now, you know. So gotta give shout out to the Holy One, the Creator, you know. But yeah, so when I started rapping, I was like, man, I could change the world with the words, you know, because you speak life, you know what I mean, create. So yeah, that's what's up.
Tremendous.
Man.
That's going to conclude our interview.
All right, part one.
Yeah, thank you, Maccniph, for coming through.
Man, Hot Topic, what's up? Thank you, man. Thank you, Immaculate Muzic, LLC. We're doing it, you know what I'm saying? Check out That's Wet. I'm on Spotify, YouTube, Twitter, the Gram, Facebook, shit, everything. SoundCloud, Reverb Nation, hit me up. Bandcamp. Look me up, Google Maccniph, Maccniph, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Salute.
Yeah.
You're listening to a Drop Bangers production.
Popsicle, 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 popsicle.